everyone, it's Catherine. This is going to be a short intro because if I talk too much about graduation, I will cry, and I do not have enough space on my SD card and my camera to film all of that. So it's grad season. A lot of my friends are graduating since I graduated a year early. Very emotional. A lot of you are graduating. Grad caps and senior photos are on everyone's feed, so everyone's thinking about it, and whether you've graduated or not, I have 7 things that you should figure out now in college before it gets too real in the adult world. So let's figure this out together. The first thing to do before you finish undergrad is to get comfortable over the phone. My mom and dad, bless them, always made me schedule all my doctor's appointments over the phone. They always made me call the customer service lines instead of them. At first I resented them for it, but now I'm really grateful because I realize a lot of college grads just are not comfortable over the phone, and you're gonna need to be because you're gonna have #1, phone interviews for full-time salaried jobs that you're gonna wanna get after college so that you're not wandering around aimlessly. #2, your job will probably necessitate that you're comfortable over the phone. I did not even realize this, but honestly, no matter what industry you're in or what career path you take, you're gonna have colleagues and coworkers that aren't in the same office as you that you're gonna need to communicate with. There are people that I work with that I've worked with for 6 months, and I have never met them face to face. Like, we have a purely over the phone working relationship, which is so weird, but I've gotten so good at being friendly and articulate and effective over the phone. Start actually talking to relatives over the phone. Call your grandparents and talk to them over the phone. That's a great way to get comfortable. Call your parents and talk to them over the phone. Do mock interviews with professors or mentors over the phone. Try it, get good at it. Do not be scared of the phone as a millennial, it'll hurt you. Next up, get down how to cold message or cold email. The need for this has only ramped up after I've graduated, but I cannot tell you how many messages I've sent on LinkedIn, how many emails I've sent asking, hey, I see that you're connected to this person, could you introduce me? Or, hey, I see that you've been working in this industry for this long, I really want to talk to you about this. So I am gonna put my little blurbs of what I have sent in the cold messages over the past few years in this video. Figure out your style for how you want to approach people, but you should have something down pat for when you want to reach out to someone and get a cup of coffee, or to have a conversation over the phone, or have them connect you to someone else that you really want to talk to. Next thing you should do is travel with friends. A lot more fun than my other tips, a lot less career oriented, but you'll meet some amazing, weird, intellectual, cool people in college, and the best way to get close with them is to travel with them. I wish I had booked way more trips in college. I didn't have a lot of funds to do it, but even if it's just a road trip, even if it's just camping for the weekend, or if it's taking a flight up to Seattle or to Vegas or to wherever, it doesn't have to be Bora Bora. It can be depending on your budget, but travel with your college friends. It'll create this amazing bond. You'll also start to form like a travel group, and then years in the future, you can keep up with people by saying, hey, remember when we all went to the Grand Canyon together? Let's all go to Bryce Canyon National Park this year together, and like, it'll be a good way to keep those relationships going. So I personally wish I had traveled a lot more in college with those friends, so do it before you graduate because it's a lot harder to wrangle people together, and it's easier if you've already established that kind of pattern. Another less appealing tip would be to get a campus job or a food service job or a retail job. I am such a firm believer in the kind of discipline and professionalism you can learn when you're in like a minimum wage job. Working with real people, like real customers, real people that need you to serve them is such an important skill. It's something you can definitely do after college, but I find it to be more favorable to earn the minimum wage while you're in college, have a little bit of spending money that comes out of that job, and then when you're out of college, get a nice salaried gig, depending on if you can. Get a campus job, if not for the summer, if for 1 school year, potentially all 4, that's what I did. Now, this tip is actually what allows you to graduate. This isn't something that you should do, it's something that you need to do, and that's get your studying habits down, especially if you're a month away from graduation right now and you actually need these finals to graduate and get your diploma. When I was at USC, I never really got around to filming a full study tips video, but if I had, I definitely would have included Course Hero in it. They reached out to me and wanted to partner on this video, and I was like, yes, yes, yes. They would have been in it anyway. I time and time again came back to Course Hero when I was studying, because a lot of times it would take me more time to actually find the study resources I needed than to actually study. So an actionable tip to actually get your study routine down is to join Course Hero, log in, and make an account. They already have 20 million study resources and it's growing. Like even in my years from freshman to sophomore to junior, I found that every year I'd come back and there'd be more and more things to access. Like they have videos that you can turn to study. They have so many practice tests, which is so helpful. They have class notes if you want to compare what you got from the professor to someone else that took it a different semester or the same semester. And honestly, the best part of Course Hero is that since it's a website instead of a TA or professor, it's available 24/7. So when you're unfortunately studying at 3 a.m. and you get stuck on a practice problem or a homework question and there's no classmates around, no TA, no professor, like Course Hero is always there for you and it helps you get unstuck. I think a lot of us spend so much time memorizing the flashcards and the content that we forget to actually apply it, which is what the test will be. So I found myself logging into Course Hero again and again so that I could take as many practice tests with as big of a range of questions as possible, and that's how I think I did the best on my exams. I think Course Hero is really unique because it's actually specific to your class. Like they have study resources logged by your course or by your university, so you can directly just go search for those. Again, studying is what actually gets you to graduation, so make sure you master it. And also, I said I wouldn't cry at the beginning of the video, but I have been loving seeing all of the photos of you guys graduating, of my friends graduating. And while you're posting your senior photos, you can actually enter a giveaway that Course Hero is hosting. Super easy. All you have to do, come up with your great caption, post the photo to Twitter or Instagram, hashtag GradGoals2018, and tag @CourseHero. And that'll enter you in to potentially win $2,000 worth of prizes, so that the summer after you graduate, you can be posting even better photos while you're on a vacation or a trip with that prize. There are some rules you should check out, so I'll link those down below, but free trip to Europe or wherever you want to go sounds pretty good to me, and if you're already posting the photos, I might as well enter. Thank you so much to Course Hero for sponsoring this video. I access those 20 million study resources more times than I can count. Next thing you gotta do is organize your email inbox. Again, more of a boring organizational tip, but you're watching Katherout, what did you expect? One of my beloved coworkers showed me how to organize my email inbox, and my life has changed ever since. So figure out a scheme that works for you. If you want to organize by like school, friends, work, interviews, like family, like come up with a way to file all your emails. If you can do that for your personal email inbox, it'll be so much easier when you have a work email inbox to do the same. And that way, once you file everything away, you can leave the things you have to do in your email inbox. So when I log into my account, if I see 3 emails, I know that I have 3 things to take care of still. Last thing, if you've never heard this from me before, make a LinkedIn. I'm so tired of saying this advice, but if I can just divulge a little story time, I went to get boba the other week. The girl working there I used to babysit. She said hi. A couple hours later, she added me on LinkedIn. She was a junior in high school. She was in 11th grade, and her LinkedIn was better than mine. And it was a little bit embarrassing, also very impressive that high schoolers are making LinkedIns. Maybe that's because I'm in the Silicon Valley and people are just very tech advanced, but if you're in college and you don't have a LinkedIn, make one, put a profile picture, put a header photo, fill in your job titles, find someone that's doing similar stuff and copy theirs. Like, it's not that hard. You want to be adding every single professor you've met in college, every single mentor, every single person you've networked with. Like, find a way to keep your network in one place that you can access that later on once you're out of college. Let me know what your favorite tip was or the tip that you're actually gonna try down below. Comment, would love to see that. Subscribe for more content like this. I will see you all next time. Thanks so much for watching, and Katherout.
Well, there must be a filling station somewhere near here.
I don't know, I didn't look.
Watching Mac handle the situation may tell us something about